Hello.
Hi, Francis and Rebecca and Galaxy S10,
Galaxy.
your digital handle.
I love
Um,
that.
I am so happy, Sherry, that we're doing this because I have been talking about doing this. And I think that in addition to your whole concept of saying it now, which I absolutely love, which we're going to talk about, I love this idea of do it now. Just do it now. And so you and I are just doing it now.
Yes, you know what? Thank you for saying that because what a great thing to bring into the start of a new decade, right? I love this that we hadn't even talked about this, but I love that you're bringing this up. It's true that me too. I want to just not think so much and not try and be perfect. I just want to have fun and do
Totally.
things.
Totally. Oh my God, yes. Well, we have 3 minutes. Like, I'm anxious to dive in and just chat with you about this, but let's just ease into this because we've got 3 minutes. It's not fair for us to kick off the party before people have showed up, although some people have, and I'm absolutely delighted. In fact, I had just turned on my chat, so I'm going to say, hey, everyone. Um, uh, Feel free to introduce yourself. Let's do that. And while people are here, early bird gets the worms.
Yay!
Okay, here we go. Because I would love to know who joined us. How exciting. And so, yeah, I'll keep the chat on. And it's funny because our schedules changed, and now I'm actually doing this while I'm on the last day of my vacation. And it just works out, it's just fun.
Oh, I hear people chattering. Hello, hello.
Yeah, I think what I'll do is I'll likely, when we kick off, I'll probably go ahead and mute other participants, lest it sound pretty crazy. But anyway, while you're here, yeah, say hi. We're so excited that you decided to join us for our kind of first ever virtual wish circle. Yay!
Hello from Santa Monica.
Oh, that sounds like my mother. Billy.
Indeed.
Is that your mom?
My mom.
Hi there.
Hi.
Nice to meet you, Sherry.
Is your name Billy?
Yes, it is.
I love that. What a great name. And you know what? I love your daughter. Thank you for raising such a great, great person.
Oh, well, I'm in that fan club too.
I bet you are. I bet you're so proud.
That's so
Very
cute.
proud.
That's so sweet. Thanks, Mom, for joining the virtual party.
Okay.
That's really cute. Hi, Alex. Nice to see. And hey, Francis from Chicago. Yay, this is so fun.
Hi, Alex and Francis. Thanks for chatting with us in the chat box.
Yeah. I mean, it's funny. I was thinking this is so from, hey, Rebecca from San Diego. Yay. It is, it's kind of, I know we're not really in the new year yet, and I want to be in the present moment, which is the beautiful end of December. But I think it is sort of fun to get our creative juices flowing for the new year and thinking about, what we're ready to bring in, how we're ready to show up in 2020, also what we're really ready to let go of. And we look compassionately back at 2019 and say, oh, what am I ready to shake up for the new year and not have to carry with me in that same old way.
Love that. While you're saying that, I'm just saying a few hellos. I see Trisha also joined us. Hey, Trish.
Hi, Trish.
Yay. Yes, and I actually, since I just saw my friend Trisha, Trisha and I have already gotten together to do a little wishing together. And so I made sure that I invited her to this group because I wanted this to be a bit of a continuation. We got together every New Year's, we get together to set intentions and to support each other. And so I'm so excited that we're doing this because I knew she would also really like the idea that we're doing it with more people too, bringing in other people to wish together.
Yes, absolutely. 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 Well, I think it is time to kick off this party officially. And as I take a few moments to deal with some digital issues, what I'm going to do is I am going to figure out, actually, all of our participants who are watching, go ahead, if you don't mind, just to minimize the videos and to click off your video and to click on the mute button if you're not Sherry or I. mostly because we want to respect your privacy, because ultimately I'm going to be sharing this on YouTube. So we're on a private Zoom chat. I mean, semi-private. I posted it out to the world so anyone can join us, which is pretty fun. But we'll go ahead and mute and turn off the video and the audio for everybody else, which is great. Thank you so much for doing that. And that way we can Sherry and I can just blather on. And if you do have a question, go ahead and post it in the chat box. And we will do our best to both be present with you on video and also watching the chat box to see if we can respond, because we're multitasking people.
But with great presence and joy.
With great presence and joy. We're going to do it all.
I'll keep an eye on the chat box while you're running the wishing show.
Okay, the wishing show. So I was thinking about our time, and I have to say, for my Wishbeads folks who are joining us, and I know, Sherry, your group is definitely, they know you very, very well, but one of the things that I absolutely love about learning from you, Sherry, and reading your book, and just knowing you as now a friend, is this idea of saying it now, and the idea of what can we celebrate? And really it's the people, the relationships, the experiences, what's possible, and really letting go of perfection. I want to just tap on that before we start thinking about our wish. And I am the delightful recipient of this beautiful thing that you do, which has inspired me to do it as well. And that's this idea of leaving people messages, audio messages. So it's not even like leaving someone a voicemail. It's something just like a hint more special, where you take the recording, like you hit the little recording apparatus on your phone, and you record these beautiful messages like, "Hey Alexa, it's Sherry, and I just wanted to tell you blah, 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 blah." And like, it's so special. And last night we were playing a board game where, I'm down here on vacation, and we were playing a board game with the whole family called Loaded Questions. And they said what the question was for everyone to answer. And then you guess whose answer it is. What's one special object that you would be like really upset to lose, or something? Like, what's your favorite special object? And it took me so long to figure out what object would be so meaningful for me, because truthfully, the most meaningful are our people. And so it's not stuff. I mean, there's certainly stuff that I like and that are sentimental, but really it's people. And so thank you, Sherry, for that lesson, that teaching, those insights, that reminders. It's been really, really just wonderful to integrate that into my life.
I love that. And I know my friend Selenia is on, and she just said, I read her poem, which I just wanted to say thank you, Selenia, for posting that. But also, yeah, I just wanted to add to that I love leaving those voice memos because they're fast, they don't cost any money, and it is a way in the moment to express our love to someone in such a simple way. And of course, as you know, like that's one of my big intentions every year, right? That's one of my wishes, is that I'm always able to be present enough to appreciate the people that are around me, just like you're saying, because wow, when we really step back and get perspective, you're right. Like that's what makes our lives.
Yeah, totally. And I think that, as we move into this new year, thinking about like what things will really light us up in this new year, what things will feel absolutely divine and delicious and fun and possible. And that's what I'm excited to invoke on this wish circle today. So maybe we should let people know kind of what we have in mind for our little time together. So one, hats off to everybody for just showing up. We all are sort of in vacation mode, in jumping, there's a lot going on. There's been a lot going on with the holidays, so it's a little bit different. And I feel like we're in this wonderful place of reinvention, where we can just be mindful about it, the things that we want to get rid of, and then what we want to really kick off and invoke as we move into this other time. So we're in this sort of delicious transition time between what we just experienced and what we're ready to intend. So together, we are going to do a guided meditation, a little guide, like 6 minutes, simple, simple, simple. Play a little music and be able to quiet our minds and be able to really invite ourselves to see and experience a moment in time where you're truthfully living your wish. Now, here is a really interesting thing that I want to talk about this moment before we do it together. This is a time where very quickly, the little voice inside your head, that little pesky inner critic, that little, you're not doing this right, is going to pop up because we have that thing that happens. And there will be this overwhelming urge to second guess it. Maybe you're sitting here, maybe you came with the intention of like, I'm going to wish for X, but when you do the guided visualization, something from your being might pop up. And if it's not what you thought, if it's not as visual as you'd wanted or something, you may try to shut it down, or you may try to switch it, or you may second guess it, or you may just get another train of thought that's jumping up. And to that, I would just say, let it go. You know, this is a time to play, to imagine what's possible, and you don't have to judge it. You don't have to worry about it. You can go with that and just see what happens. And so I can see this idea that we're talking about reinvention, or the idea of the perfectionism. I think as a society, especially as women, we are so accustomed to sort of wondering, am I doing this right? And I can't tell you how many times I'll like put on an outfit and I'll think, does this look right? But like, what's right? Like, what is that? You know, and I think that what I'm ready to invoke for 2020 is this deep sense of play. And even though in my life I can look around and get inspiration from other people, or think about ways to do certain things, or maybe, you know, in terms of fashion, just as an example, you see a magazine, you like the way it looks, you're getting inspiration. But at the end of the day, it's you in your full, beautiful expression, and there is no right. There's no wrong. It won't be for everybody, but it's for you, and you play. And if someone has something negative to say, so what? Move on. Move in the direction of your bliss. And that's sort of the spirit of what we're going to do today.
Alexa, I love that. I love that. Is it okay if I add something that just dropped in for me?
Please.
While you were talking, one of the things that dropped in as well that I want to bring into wishing today, and other people may or may not, but I have a practice of wishing for what I have. And I think when we're wishing, sometimes we forget that we can also wish for what we have. Mm-hmm. And for instance, health is really important to me, and I've been blessed with really good health. And I know bringing in some things like that help to reinforce for me some of the things that I really want to continue to have in my life. Mm-hmm. And so it also gives me an opportunity to see it afresh and to be grateful.
Oop. Wait, Sherry, hold on a second. I did something wrong. Hold on. I might have muted you, Sherry. Hold on one second. Sorry, Sherry. Go back. Sorry, technical glitches.
That's quite okay. Where did you stop hearing me?
Just 30 seconds. Just a little glitchy.
That's okay. What I was talking about wishing for what we have, to make sure we bring that in. And the other thing I wanted to talk just a second about is, you sort of touched on this, but it's like also wishing for ways of being, you know, so that wishing, just like we started off saying, it could be material things. It could be things like a promotion, or, you know, there's all sorts of things we can wish for, but some of them can be ways of being. And I love that you added, I just wanted to underscore that, you know, the idea of really wishing, you know, for me too, like there's a way, I have this vision of sort of a new way that I want to dress and be, and boldness, right? So it's like that too, bringing that in.
It's true. And it's being intentional, but I think it's that intention mixed with play. And whatever that means for you, whatever lights you up, if it's being more in service, if it's trying something new, I think, you know, in my own journey, and I think, you know, you've built this beautiful platform that inevitably it is part of it. When you put yourself out there, there is going to be some degree of criticism. That's the truth. And you'll survive. You'll survive all that stuff. And it won't be for everybody. And the more you put yourself out there, the more someone will have something to say about it, and you address it, or you let it roll off your shoulders or whatever. And I know that it's because when I was a professional actress for so many years and I had to deal with so much stuff and so much rejection that I probably have thicker skin than most people. But truthfully, you're not going to do everything perfectly. So why try? Just do the best you can. Have fun. Be in service. And the rest will fall into place as it will, you know.
Beautifully said. Beautifully said. Yeah. Yeah. And I think that's one of the beautiful things about having this opportunity, not only for a new year, but a new decade,
Yes.
is really letting go of caring what other people think about us, right? I mean, I think it's a new opportunity to really let that just fall away, like you're saying, and really get to live from who we are.
Yeah. So I'm just curious, before we dive in with the actual virtual wish circle, we're doing it, but we are going to visualize. In the chat, for anyone who's watching, really truthfully, just take a moment and think about what is something that you are ready to let go of. What's one thing that you are ready to let go of? And just put it in the chat right now. I'm just curious. Then we can read that. That would be cool to see. So we can kind of, one of the things with Wishbeads is about owning it and naming it. You know, that's one of the steps of the Wishwork. So just what are some things that people are ready to let go of? Yeah. What does that look like? Expectation, perfectionism. Hello. Yes. Poverty mentality. Oh my goodness. The universe wants to deliver up all you can muster and more. So yes, let's do that. Get rid of it. Get rid of it.
Fear, worry, stress and dysfunction at work.
Yeah. Goodbye. Yep.
Wow.
Yep. So all of this naming fear, get ready of fear, fear and distrust, expectations to others, get fear of the political situation. I was just talking last night with my sister-in-law about this idea of worry. Like worry actually doesn't serve you in any capacity. You can be concerned, you can sort of objectively look at what you like and don't like, but the worry, the energy of fear, stress, it's actually just like bringing you down. So as we make these intentions about things that we're ready to let go of, we create space for what we're ready to allow in, what we're ready to intend as we ring in this new year. Doubt of self, exactly. Like let's just let it go. Fantastic. Okay, so let's dive in. You're here. You made the commitment to show up. Even if you are showing up at a later date, because we're going to be posting this on YouTube, yay, you're taking time. So really just take a moment to turn off all the distractions. The phone, well, you know, you've got your device, whatever you're watching this on, fantastic. And just get really present in your own body. I think that's the first step. So feel your body, close your eyes, and feel your body just in the chair that you're sitting in right now. Take a nice deep breath in and let it out slowly. So you're just bringing your awareness gently to this magnificent body, this experience you're having in this beautiful body that is sustaining you, supporting you, delivering up all these wonderful life experiences. And see if you can just settle in just a little bit to where you are right now. Slowly breathing in through the nose and then out through the mouth. Just bring that in right now. This awareness, this gentle awareness of where you are in time and space. Now, slowly, just scan your body and see if there's any tension that you're just sort of unconsciously holding. And start at your feet. Bring warm light and awareness to your bottoms of your feet, And slowly scan up from the bottom of your feet through your legs, your knees, your hips, and where you feel any tension, any holding, any resistance, just send some light, some energy there. Breathe into it and let it go on the exhale. Slowly soften your belly, breathing in even deeper. Allowing your shoulders to soften, sink down, allow your neck to gently rise up. You're just freeing your body to be this vessel, to be calm and present. Feel your body soften. Now I invite you to picture a beautiful ball of energy, a ball of light in the center of your chest. This ball of light is yours. You were born with it. You can have it any color you want. Just imagine that light right now appearing in the center of your chest. And as you take another inhale in, this ball of light is going to become brighter and more intense. And as you exhale, it's going to gently expand from the center of your chest. Imagine that light expanding now. And as you breathe in again, the light is growing in intensity and strength. And as you exhale, it is expanding. And we're going to do that just one more time. As you breathe in, this light is growing in intensity. And as you exhale, this light is going to shoot out from the center of your chest like a beam of light. And it is going to project like an old-fashioned movie projector on a screen that's in front of you. Imagine that screen and that light shining on that screen right now. Now, slowly, slowly, this light is going to come into focus, and you are going to see an image, a moment in time where everything feels just right. It's you, your life, at some point in the future where you are living your wish, where everything feels just right. Allow that moment to come into focus right now. In your next inhalation in, I invite you to step towards this screen, getting closer and closer to this screen until you are so close you step into the screen, you merge with this image, and you find yourself standing in that moment in time where everything feels just right and you are living your wish. Be there right now. And as you are in that time and place that is occurring right now, this time and place where you are living your wish, I invite you to awaken your senses, to really bring your senses to life, and you start to experience this moment where everything feels just right, and you awaken your sense of hearing. What do you hear in this time and place? Notice that now. Be very, very specific. I invite you to notice details, like what are you wearing in this time and place? See if you can notice that right now. Your shoes, your shirt, the texture. And as you explore this time and place, see if you can notice the quality of the light. What time of day is it? Look around and notice the space. What are 3 things in particular that you notice about the environment that you are in right now? 3 objects you notice, 3 tiny details you notice. Allow those details to just bubble up for you and notice them now. Who's with you? How do you feel in this time and place? See if you can name 3 adjectives that describe how you feel when you are living your wish. Name them now. Now, as we take just a few more moments to really be in this time and place where everything feels just right, where you are living your wish, I want to remind you that this place you can return to anytime you want. This is from your light in the center of your chest. And by even just placing your hand over the center of your chest, you can reconnect with the energy. You can recall all the details. You can experience the feelings. It's with you, always, ready for you anytime you wish. Just trust that. And as you take just a few more moments to really experience this time, this place, the energy, the people, yourself, just take one last pass through this experience before you return to this time and place, with the intention to remember as many details as possible. And with your next inhalation in, slowly bring your awareness back to your body, to the room where you are in right now, to your feet on the ground, gently wiggling your toes, bringing yourself back slowly, slowly to the present moment, to where you are, to your body. And then when you're ready, very slowly, slowly opening your eyes, knowing that you can remember and capture the energy of your wish. Okay. Welcome back, my virtual friends. How was that for you, Sherry?
Wow. It was interesting. I got teary, which was so unexpected, but I think just the beautiful sounds and the light and the imagery, it was really moving.
Wow, good.
Yeah. I know.
Good. I'm so happy. This is in a very wild way. This is you just connecting with what the deepest part of your being is ready to receive. And sometimes we need to quiet our minds, we need to quiet our calendars, we need to create space to just reconnect and say, what do I see? It's just another tool. Your being inside you knows what you want. And if we get out of our linear brain, we can create space to see, well, what is that? sometimes it's wildly surprising for people. You know, Sherry, maybe I was thinking maybe it might be nice we figure out how to do this technical part of freeing up people's cameras and video for anybody who would like to share their experience, and there really is power in sharing. We can go ahead and open up the Zoom video. I want to let everyone know we are posting this on YouTube later. So if this is not exciting for you to share in a public forum, then go ahead. We won't mention your name. Go ahead and share in the chat, and we can just sort of share it anecdotally. So yay. So if you are putting it in the chat, we're not going to say your name, but we'll share it. And if you want to be on video, let us know in the chat, and we will free up your camera and your audio so that you can share.
Alexa, people could also just be on audio if they want, right?
Totally. Yeah, just say if you want audio or audio and video or however you want to do it, we can do that. Because there is power. The next step also, friends, the next step of this, you've experienced this. Now it's time to record it. And whether you have a journal with you, whether you have a copy of my book, Wishwork, the idea here is to record the experience in as many details as possible using present tense language. And the reason why I clarify that, and if for people who have studied law of attraction or essentially the idea is you are not stating this like at some point in the future I will, but you are living it. It's already happened. You're there right now. And what it does is I use this anecdote in my book Wishwork is it's like the universe is like a waiter or waitress with like a pen and paper in hand to say like, what do you want? And if we're vague, and we talk about this, Sherry, right on our podcast we did together, which is like, I want happiness, I want health. Well, your happiness, your definition of happiness or health or abundance is very different from mine because we're different people. They should be different. But when we get specific, really specific, and we use this guided visualization as a tool for specificity, then the universe is like, gotcha. And not only the universe, if that doesn't resonate with you, then specifically, what you're excited to get to make happen in your life. So if you visualize, let's say, this moment on the beach in Hawaii, and you see yourself with your toes dug in the warm sand and it's quiet, or you see, your family splashing in the water next to you, the idea of like, I just want to take a vacation, if that's this vague thing, suddenly you have this specific insight of, no, Hawaii, Maui, on the beach, my family's there. Suddenly you know what to Google. You know what to look up on Expedia. You have great insight as to what you are going to create that will deeply, deeply satisfy you. And if you keep it in the realm of vague or safe, or I just want a little vacation, that could end up, at a local spa where you take, 2 hours for yourself. It's nice, but your body is longing for a deep satisfaction that comes when you manifest what you have visualized. So when we put it in present tense language with all those delicious details, we suddenly have a roadmap, not just, kind of like with the universe helping you, which is a whole separate conversation, but actually yourself. You have a roadmap for the action steps that you're going to take to help make that visualization come true. So whether you...
Oh, I'm sorry.
No, I'm just saying whether you do it right now where you're writing down, what those details are, or you revisit this and write it down, or let's say you had some visualization, but you use the writing as its own sort of expansive writing experience where more details come, all of it's good.
I just was so excited when you were saying that, because what happened when you were just explaining about that present tense feeling and the details is I realized the reason that I got so teary and emotional when you were leading us through the meditation is that that life is here now. I could see. So for me, there were, I am riding this fat, tired orange bicycle with this wonderful basket full of books. And I was headed to a cafe and to write. And in another image, I'm walking into I have this huge closet in this house that we have, and it's full of costumes. And there are a lot of people here for dinner. including, it's funny, including some of you who are here. It was funny, your names were popping up. And so you guys were at my house for dinner and you were picking out costumes to wear for a dinner party. And it was so fun.
Awesome. And like, see how specific it is? And actually, does it seem plausible that you can make that wish happen?
Absolutely.
Exactly.
Yes,
and then what
absolutely.
happens is then you build a muscle that says, oh, I can make my wishes come true. Oh, so for me, I'm imagining I'm creating this event in Ojai at some point in the next 3 or 4 months. And when I was leading this visualization, I also visualize, and I saw very specific things there and very specific moments there. And I thought, awesome, now I have insights. Who's going to be there? What are we going to do? And I use this as a tool so that I can just operate my life from just one other lens. So there's like my business lens, strategy lens, my practical lens, my all these different lenses, but there's another lens which is coming from the deepest part of your being, and we can use it as a tool. Some people use tarot or astrology or therapy or yoga or whatever, painting or writing or whatever your thing is. This is just another lens. And what I like to think about Wishbeads is visualizing, seeing, capturing the details, and then doing something that I created called Wishwork, which is tiny little action steps. This is where we reinvent how we wish. It's not the stuff of kids. Kids can wish, which is beautiful. We can all blow out birthday candles. But if one of my dreams is to teach people how powerful they are, that wishes are not just a ritual that we do at birthdays. We toss pennies into fountains. Wishing can be a deeply powerful way to see and experience how amazing you are to create what you want, and have the courage to wish, have the courage to show up and reclaim your happiness and your goals and everything that you see for yourself, and to understand that yes, obstacles are going to come, but the obstacles are your best teachers. It's the richness of life. It's the daring to go for things and the challenges that are going to come, and the sweetness of getting knocked down and back up again, or just to achieve them and create beautiful things. So you're going to create this dinner party with these amazing people and having costumes and great food and the music that you're going to play. And then you're going to be like, oh my God, what am I going to wish for next? Right?
Hey, Alexa, we have Selenia and Erin are interested in speaking if you want to.
Yes, let's do it. So Selenia, I am going to unmute you right now. I heard about the pajama bit. I'm a big believer in working or playing in your jammies. So we're going to hold off on the video, and I'm going to unmute you now, and I'd love for you to share. Bing. Okay, let's see if the magic, if it worked. Oh, click. Okay, good.
There, I was able to unmute myself. So
Hey, good.
And thank you for honoring my no video request, because it ain't pretty. Okay.
Oh, it's beautiful. Okay, good.
So my vision was, at first I was thinking it was really vague and general, but now that I've been able to sit with it for a moment, I there were just a lot of metaphors in them in it, and I needed to figure it out. So and it really speaks to the wishes that I've been holding very deeply in my heart that I would love to see manifested in this coming year. So I was near a beach. It felt really clean, like the air felt clean, the water was beautifully clean, the sand was clean, and one of the fears I'm trying to let go of is the whole issue around climate change and our environment. And so for me, being at that particular location was a metaphor for like just a healthy, clean planet.
Beautiful.
So that was one of my wishes. And then the other, I was holding hands with someone. I'm currently unpartnered, and I would enjoy being partnered again. So I was glad that there was someone there with me. I felt like we had a really deep connection.
Beautiful.
and we were skipping
Oh,
together, which, you know, is something that I associate with childhood.
Yeah.
But I also associate it with being physically limber and
Yeah.
healthy. And
Yeah.
lately I haven't been feeling that. So, you know, physical health was another thing. And just joy. I just felt really joyful in that moment. And
So
um,
beautiful. It's so
yeah,
beautiful.
it felt innocent. It felt safe.
Yeah.
Um, I felt light, which is another thing. I'm wanting to lose a lot of weight. So that
Yeah.
was another metaphor.
Yeah. Yeah.
So yeah, it was this just one little image that really
mhm.
carried a punch, if you will, in terms of all these powerful desires that I have for myself and for my
Beautiful.
life and the people in it. Um,
I love that.
it was nice. It was really nice.
Good. And the idea of this energy. So this is your energy. This is you tapping into what's inside of you, the joy, the lightness, the cleanness,
Mm-hmm.
the connection, that love connection, the partnership. And it, in a way, it's soul food, it's
Yeah.
soul food for you. And so even though we can, and we'll break down, maybe I'll just break down a little bit the idea of like goals. There's
Mhm.
sort of like something very linear about having goals. Like I want to lose weight. I want to, help the environment. I want to do those things. Those are beautiful things. But imagine the pursuit of some activities around the same type of goals, but held and experienced through the lens of the energy of joy and lightness.
Mhm.
And so you can pick apart some of these insights from your soul and start to integrate them into your life right now, so that it means before you go to bed at night, connecting, even if you hold your own hand and put it over your chest, the
Mhm.
idea of that connection and being in gratitude. So focusing on the gratitude of it's coming and not the lack of where are you or
Right.
I'm frustrated. That sends it's a more powerful energy. Plus it feels better. It
Mhm.
just feels better. So let's
Yeah,
just talk reality of like it feels better.
it does.
The idea of skipping with this said partner, if they're not present yet, I encourage you to skip. A little bit. And it may mean that you skip like 4 skips because that's what your body feels like it's comfortable doing. And
Right.
slowly you skip just a little bit more. You just skip because you feel like it. I I encourage you this idea of cleanness. The word clean, it's a beautiful thing. You're by the beach. Maybe making time. I don't know. Do you live somewhere where you're actually near a beach?
Yeah, I mean, I can get to a beach relatively
Okay, you
easily.
can get to a beach. Even the idea, so when I go to the beach with my kids, because of course I was also playing this game last night, and it was like one of the things that's that you're most concerned about, and I talked about global climate change because I think it's important. But even the little bit where when every time my family goes to the beach before we leave, if we don't do more before we leave, every person that we're with has to pick up 3 things,
Mm.
just 3 tiny things. And
Mhm.
you think like, well, what difference is that really going to make? The problem is so big. But it does make a difference,
Yeah.
a tiny difference, but it makes a difference with your intention, because that teeny little gesture starts to add up. And it shows that not only are you always removing every bit of trash that you bring in, but
Right.
just like do your part. And that leaves an imprint. So this idea of cleanness, you can physically go to the beach and do some cleanup stuff
Mhm.
and
Yeah.
do it with love.
Yeah.
But you can also incorporate this idea of this feeling of lightness and cleanliness in your own home,
Mhm.
knowing that it's, or cleaning your refrigerator. And so
Yeah.
you don't have to like this tying it with an eating thing. You can find the areas that feel heavier
Heavier.
and bring that light to it just a little bit, just a
Yeah.
little bit. And it's the little tiny shifts that help you drink from that energy that you experienced. And that starts to create an accumulative effect.
Mhm.
It's not a number on a scale. It's not, if you're on, dating things online, how many people respond. It's an energy thing. It's a way that you show up and you feel. And frankly, if you see somebody who is who is in that place of lightness and love and fun, it's an attractive energy.
Oh yeah.
It is, you know? And so you can fuel yourself that way. And that's kind of how we make our wishes come true. It's seeing it, owning it, living it, keeping present with it, and it starts to shift. And then you do things, you know, you take action that are more linearly reaching out to your goal. So and each one of those things, whether it's finding a partner, losing weight, helping the environment, all of those have tiny action steps that you can take that put you in the position to receive all that you wish to receive.
I'm on it.
Yeah. But do it with love and lightness and fun.
I will.
Yay, wonderful. So Sherry, maybe you've been looking at the chat more than I. Is there somebody else that wants to?
I think Erin, if Erin is still willing, Erin had some things to say.
Okay, Erin, you are welcome to unmute yourself or come on video or whatever you wish.
Okay, there. Is it? Can you hear me?
You can. Hi, welcome.
Oh, and we got a picture of you too, I think, right? Is that you, Erin?
Yeah, an older picture, but it's where I'm happiest in the woods, so that's good. I just have the main visualization I did was around. I have other wishes, but this was like the main one that I was going for creating a business that I can really show up with my authentic gifts and can feel like I'm both gaining something from it and giving to others. And part of my whole vision for this business is leading workshops that are half around fiber arts and half around nature connection practices to get people who are just in the habit of like going to nature first for inspiration around design and fiber arts design. And so I've been a knitter for 47 years, and I'd love to teach both beginning knitting workshops that are also have a nature connection element, and then also the more experienced fiber artists and invite them from all over the place. I have a specific like an institute that's near me that I'm envisioning hosting these workshops, and it's beyond what I can afford right now, but I'm just looking into, just hoping that I connect with the right people to make this collaborate with people and make it work. But for the past 25 years, I have earned a living typing for 8 to 10 hours a day, 7 days a week, and just alone at a desk. And so to go from that to my vision of like actually stepping into my own authentic power and like leading workshops, it's a huge leap, but it's just, I feel like I just have to for my physical and mental health.
Yeah.
But I'm starting from zero funds, and so it's.
Do you have, when you were doing the visualization, did you see yourself doing a workshop? Did you see that? Awesome.
Yes, and I was just in awe because all the people, I saw like little, groups of like chairs that people had moved around to little clusters, and everybody was just like, laughing and like really, it was just such a joy-filled environment. I felt myself just standing there in awe that this actually happened. Like, yeah.
Amazing. So this sounds, first of all, it sounds absolutely amazing. And I think that it's, you can have sort of going, okay, well, I want to do it at this one institute, and I want to do it at this beautiful location. Like, so you already have like sort of the big wish, like, this is where I'm going to be paid to host this there. They're going to market it for me, the whole thing. But there are so many wonderful ways to realize that vision along the way of the big one. Like my big wish that's in this black lava rock bracelet is to have 1 million people wishing at once. Not sort of unlike what we're doing right now. So right now live, we have 20 people, but you start somewhere and you build up to it. So if this is so there's nothing wrong with having the big wish, but then doing things along the way that create the experience, the energy, the connection, all of it is also really powerful. So if you have your way that you make money right now, great. It's beautiful to be employed. Maybe you can also bring in the energy of the details of that, of what you saw in your visualization, and do a baby version of it in somebody's home where people go out in nature and they come to the workshop with yarn, with their natural elements. Like you can create something that maybe it's just everybody shows up for $20. I do believe that even charging someone a little something that sets the energy up, that says, I am going to be paid for this. This is going to be my livelihood. But making it very approachable, suddenly we bring down those mental barriers that say, oh, I can't do this because how am I ever going to get, I need to be there. It's either there or I'm not successful. There are ways that get you from here to there, which still are going to not only fill up your soul and bring you joy, but are going to literally plant the same roadmap to get you to where you ultimately can then transition from your current job to doing this full-time in a creative way. But we create these obstacles or these conditions, which are an illusion, that tell us like, well, I can't go from, I have to immediately go from this to this big thing over here. So do you think you could maybe create a workshop, even a small one, where you capture the energy and the reality of what you saw in your wish? Make that happen?
Yeah, I have so many. The reason why I chose this institute, I have a limitation that I'm severely, severely allergic to dogs primarily. And then after that, all other animal dander. But dogs are like, it's so severe. And this institute has 100 acres of forested land where they don't allow dogs. And I know it sounds like a minor thing, but it's actually, I can't just like go into most people's homes that I know, for example.
Yeah,
so like to host something, and I live in a studio apartment, so that wouldn't work.
Yeah.
But so I've just got to find alternate, less expensive spaces, but I'm sure that there's something.
And maybe you could do a complimentary workshop at that institute for the faculty and staff and say, this is what I do. And I had this vision for doing it in people's homes, but I'm severely allergic to dogs and you happen to be the perfect location. And would you just let me do like a little training for you? There are, my point,
oh yeah, that's a great idea.
Super, super creative ways where, believe it or not, if you just stick your neck out there a little bit and say, I want to do something for you just to see what it's like, or just for, there are ways, but you have a unique circumstance that maybe the universe wants you to create a highway to like, nope, do it there. It's perfect. And you can do a workshop for them, for fun and see where it leads. There are options there. If you see it, you can become it, you can do it, you can be it. And use your obstacles, your challenges to just guide you. Like, you're right, you can't be in somebody's home. So this other thing would be maybe a really exciting option.
Thank you.
Yeah. And your workshops sound amazing. It sounds super cool.
Thank you.
I love making stuff. So keep me posted.
I just have a vision page for it so far, but it's not like all the dots connected yet.
Yeah. And I encourage people to really go back. I have a free app at Wishbeads in iTunes, just under Wishbeads, where you can find the guided visualization. Or if you sign up at wishbeads.com/yes, you will get the guided visualization. Go back, do it again. You've experienced it once, or go back and watch this video. It's really a playful experience where you allow yourself to go deeper, play beautiful music as you do this visualization and imagine the workshop and see who's there. People wonder, like, what's my ideal customer avatar? Have you ever heard of that before? Where it's like, this is my ideal client. Well, if you come at it from a different way where you're imagining it, you're actually seeing who's there. Who are they? What are they wearing? How old are they? What kinds of things are they into? What's the energy? Describe that energy. You can get details just from a different way in. And they're invaluable insights because it takes you to a full body experience and not just your head, where we think, well, that's just one way of thinking. We want that way. Very good. but then we want to have a different way of seeing, feeling, experiencing. And that gives
Yes.
you really invaluable insights that are yours.
Thank you.
Yeah, have fun with that. Do we want to do one more? We're almost coming up on an hour. I want to, honor people's time.
Alexa, I was talking to Alex over here. Alexa, I'm wondering if we might see if there's somebody who had maybe, maybe nothing came, or maybe they're struggling to have, I don't know if there's anybody in the group like that, but it'd be helpful to work with you if there is.
Definitely. Because for sure. For some people, it's not visual and they're like, oh my gosh, I don't have a wish inside of me. And I think there's so many different ways about this. So yes, for sure. If somebody did not have an experience, or they're really questions about how to do this, or please let us know. And then I'm happy to answer it. Even if you just want to put it in chat and I can answer it. Because not everybody is visual. And as I said, the reason why you can give it some time, and allow yourself to go to just be open to having an experience, to have a flash of insight. The shower is a big place for me, where I have moments where I will see, feel, or experience something, and then I'll write it down. But there is power in actually committing it to paper, to physically writing it, even with your hand versus typing it. There is power there. You're anchoring that, and you're putting like a pin in the map of like, this is where I'm going. This is what I want. And many people deny themselves the experience of claiming the wish or claiming what they want, because they're fear that they're going to have disappointment, that it's not going to come true. And if you don't name it, you don't have to be disappointed when you don't get it. And I'm not ever telling anybody your wish is going to come true in 21 days, but you're developing a muscle to show yourself, to experience that you absolutely could create what you deeply desire. And Sherry, your visualization is a perfect explanation of that. Like all the things that you saw, you're in your house, having people that many whom you know, wearing costumes that you own, creating music that you could make. Like these are things that are at your fingertips. But because life gets busy, you think, I'm not going to do a dinner party. They're probably busy. Everyone's busy with New Year. I'm not going to do it. But your being is ready to create that kind of space, that kind of experience. So do it. And then after you do it, I guarantee you're going to have so much fun that you're going to step back and say, well, what am I ready to create? What do I see for myself?
Yeah. Well, and Alexa, one of the things that is dropping in for me as we're talking about this, and particularly that orange bicycle has been an image that I've had for many years.
Yeah.
And my friend Trish, who's on this call, we have something we call Live in the Dream, which is a practice of exactly what you're talking about. It's a real practice of intentionally stepping into those wishes in whatever small way we can. And I made the commitment just a few days ago that I earned some money from an article that I published, and I set it aside. And I'm going to buy that orange fat tired bicycle, even though where I live right now in the middle of the city, I can't really ride it, but I realize like that bicycle has been calling to me.
It has.
And I think even if I ride it up and down the block to the post office in the busy city, that's okay, Yeah. So, but
and it has this thing where it will keep on giving to you, even if it is in your home and you see it. You're like, I created this. I created this from my work, from my ideas. And it makes me so happy. And I'm going to put my special books in there. And all of it. I'm going to put flowers on it. I'm going to personalize it. And it has an energy. And then when you are biking in through the city with your beautiful bike and your little thing, you are also spreading that energy to everybody who sees you. And that's the part of what people don't realize, that you're wishing not just for yourself, you are wishing for others so that they can wish. And this is the selfless giving of you being successful, you being happy, you being abundant, you being an inspiration, this is not even actually about you. Yes, you will be happier and more successful and all that stuff, but you are living that example for your family, for your friends, for strangers, for your online community, for whatever you're building, is that is the energy. And my meditation teacher always tells me, we are not meditating for ourselves only. You are meditating for yourself, and you are meditating for other people, because it is energy. And I think that beautiful bike is a perfect example. And then, Sherry, by you saying it out loud, you're holding yourself accountable to make it.
I know. You guys are the first ones that I'm saying it out loud to. I made
Right.
myself an audio recording to say, listen, I really want this year for you. But now I send it to you guys. And I do love that because I'm already one step closer to the
Yeah.
wish, right?
Yeah.
Yeah.
I think, Sherry, your next book is going to be called Do It Now.
I love that.
We'll
Yeah.
do the whole series. It'll be like, crush it now, cook it now, like whatever. Like, yeah, but you're totally inspire me, to just like say it now, do it now, do it now, do it now, do it now. So I really think this is how wishing and making your wishes come true happen. It's not as hard as you would think. You can have multiple wishes at one time, although I believe in the power of one really, one, like that. As I said, this one, I have lots of wishes, as you can see, but this one is the big, big one. And I'm always nurturing it. I'm feeding it. I'm playing with it. I'm imagining it. I'm bringing it in energetically and then like tangibly. But when you do that, you are also in service to other people because you're inspiring them to do the same, whether they realize it or not. They're going to feel that energy as you zip by in your cool bike. They're going to feel
I
it.
love that. And can we talk about the Wishbeads for a minute?
Yes, please, because we're going to wrap up soon. So yes.
I don't know if everyone knows. I mean, I did, people who are in my Simply Celebrate world some of them have just learned about you. And it's funny because my Wishbead bracelet that I wear all the time is packed up because I'm going away for a month. And I realized this morning, I was like, oh, it's missing. But that Wishbead bracelet, you can open. Do you have?
Yes.
You have one you can.
So the idea here is it begins with a full, Technicolor wish that you've experienced or would continue to experience. You write that down in a long form, either in my book, Wishwork, or a journal, or anywhere. Write it down, present tense language. Then you capture the essence of that wish, 1 or 2 words or a sentence, and you put it on a tiny piece of paper that's included in your Wishbeads bracelet. You unscrew this. You roll it up and you put it inside. So that's my monster wish right in there.
There's even a little roller, which I love. That was one of my favorite parts.
I put that in there because you kind of need it to have it roll nice and tight. So you roll it up and you put it inside. Then the whole idea is that you're wearing your wish on your wrist or around your neck. I have a new necklace that came out. And the whole idea is for you to have a visual reminder of your wish throughout the day. You have a touch point because it is so easy to stress out about life or climate change or politics or whatever, and it sends us off, and then we get fixated on something that's actually bringing us down. Now, it's not to say that we can't be aware or active in politics and climate change and all of that, but it's our energy. And when we are focused, when we're training our mind to be aware of what we want, we shift our actions, we shift our energy, and we move towards what we are creating. And we're realizing that it really is up to us. I'm a big believer in personal responsibility. I am not interested in blaming my government, my country, my neighbors, my husband, my kids. Everybody's living their life. It is up to me to create my big, abundant, beautiful world. And with the choices that I have, and I find that that's wildly liberating, because if you are responsible for it, you can always choose. Where are you putting your thoughts? Where are you putting your feelings? Where are you putting your actions? What are you doing? It's up to you. And when you have a visual reminder, you are just giving yourself another tool for that presence. And I think that is exciting. And what motivates me when I have my overwhelming days and I feel like I think about my intention to help others. And so when I don't feel like doing it for myself, I do it for other people. That Wishbeads is so much more than intentional jewelry. It is really a mission. With my mission is to inspire as many people as possible to wish big and make their wishes come true, because I think that is how we change the climate and politics and abundance, is this collective movement of people taking action towards what they want and stop being so angry at one another, because that actually doesn't help anything.
Alexa, that's so beautiful. And so 2 things I just want to add to that. One is when I have my wish bracelet, it's exactly that. Like sometimes I'll actually do this, without even, this is before you did this meditation, but I'll hold it up to my heart and just hold the beads and feel the energy of it. Second thing is I am really excited about what drew us here today, which was when you and I were talking on your podcast and afterwards, and we thought, what really helps us so much when we're setting intentions, when we're wishing, is to have someone who holds that with us. And so I really wanted to bring that in, and I think it's great. My friend Trisha, who's here on the call, we talk every week and we share our dreams. We support each other, we help each other. When one of us might be feeling low, the other one helps to come back to that dream.
Yes.
And I feel as if when you and I talked about this, and we talked about wishing with a friend,
Yes.
I am such a huge believer in the power of that. And I know that you so very generously offered, in case people, obviously it's not necessary to have the wish beads, but they are a visual reminder, and they're beautiful. They're also beautiful.
And they're pretty. They're so cool.
So if people did, I just wanted to say you were generous enough to offer a buy one, get one half off.
Yes.
Until Tuesday.
Yes.
And I just wanted to bring that up again on the call, because there might be people who don't have.
Definitely. And share this. The code to do that is Sherry, SHERRY, Sherry. Very simple. And that will entitle you to buy one and get a second one half off. And I do believe in the power of accountability. Absolutely. I definitely have someone a dear friend of mine who I am, 2020, we are like this, saying like, this is what we're doing every week. We have a little system of how we stay accountable. And by just having that place where you really are honest, like sometimes, you don't want to publicly announce your wish, and that's cool on Facebook or Instagram or whatever. But if you just tell someone like, this is what I'm committed to this week, it takes it like out of the recesses of your mind, or like, I'm wishing, I hope nobody finds out, to like actually doing something, because someone says like, did you send that email? Did you do that thing? Did you contact that institute? Did you go make some fiber art to make you happy? Did you go clean out your bathroom to make you feel happy? Did you do this thing? And suddenly you have friendship, you have accountability, you have someone who's cheering you on or picking you up or whatever, patting you on the back. And it is awesome. So I believe in this whole idea of wishing with a friend, just because it's actually just more fun together. So whether it's your partner, your friend, or whether you just want 2 bracelets instead of 1, go for it. It's Sherry, SHERRY. Or you can find a link on Sherry's website, and we'll get this up on YouTube, and it is good through December 31st, through the end of the year. And what a perfect way to set up, have a new way to do your New Year's intentions. Wish style.
And the other wonderful thing about wishing with a friend is you get to celebrate with a friend. And
totally.
That's a whole other part of it I love.
Right. And it's funny, in the box, it's funny, I should have had like a box with me. They're actually beautifully packaged. But when you open up when you lift off the bracelet, there's a little envelope with 5 wish papers. Now, people will say, am I supposed to put 5 wishes in there? Didn't even occur to me that people would do that. My thought was, honey, your wishes are going to come true, so then you're going to want more paper to write your next wish. So while people have tried to jam 5 wishes in it, or take their wish beads and write like all the details on 5 little pieces of paper, the cylinder won't actually fit all those pieces. So hold on to your wish paper. Once your wish comes true, take it out, put it someplace special, put in another wish. So you could do that.
Oh, this has been so wonderful, Alexa.
It's been awesome. Thank you so much, Sherry, for playing with me and introducing me to your wonderful community, and just wishing together. And I'm excited to see that orange. I want to see the orange bike picture, please. And a snapshot from your dinner party. Also, picture, please.
You betcha. You betcha. Yes, and to everybody who's here, I know some of you shared and some of you, quietly listened and joined in that way. I just want to thank you, because what Alexa was saying about energy is true, right? I feel as if we can feel all of you here, and that it does support all of us. And so thank you for taking your time out of this busy holiday season to be here and wish together. What fun.
Absolutely. And I'm planning on hosting monthly virtual wish circles. We're going to be launching something called New Moon Wishing, which is an extremely powerful time to wish, which my friend Teresa Reed has turned me on to. And so you can see that. So if you sign up over at wishbeads.com, you'll just be in the loop about all this fun stuff. And also, this video is going to live on my YouTube channel. And don't worry, there's literally like 10 subscribers. So at this point, but there will be more. So, but what's neat for you, for the participants who are watching now, is that you can actually revisit this experience and see what has shifted for you, you know, in the time that you did it here on this beautiful day to where you are. Like, go check it out 6 months from now and see where you are. A month from now, see where you are, what you wrote, what happened, what did you do. It's just a journey. It's a great unfolding, but it's your story, and it's a story that you are writing right now. So make it a good one.
Thank you. Thank you. I'm coming to your new moon wish circles for sure.
Yeah, I have to check. I'm going to post all the dates of the new moon in 2020, but it is really, really powerful. So we just had one on here in California. It was the evening of Christmas night at about 9:15. But the next one will be, I think, like the third week of January. But I'll post all of it. I have a great article coming out from Teresa Reed, which talks about new moon wishing. You can wish for up to 10 things. It's an alignment with the astrological sign of the month of the new moon. And it's really powerful. And I've been doing it for the last 4 or 5 months, and some wild stuff. So it's been really cool. Yay. So anyway, I'm playing, my whole marketing strategy for 2020 is do things that sound fun to me. That's my plan. So watch it unfold. Who knows what I'm going to be up to, but some pretty fun things are already lining up.
Before we hop off, one last question. Do you have a Facebook group where, like, I would love to know if anybody who's here today wanted to follow up and let us know how they're doing or what they're seeing. Is there some place people could follow?
Yes. That's another thing that I am going to be creating more of a Facebook experience on Facebook. I will tell you, one of my growth, my little stretch areas, because I've been so busy building this company, is really leaning into the teaching part. And that's exactly what I'm doing in 2020, is now that all the foundation has been laid, the business is going great. It's really about showing up and building community and allowing people to connect with each other. And yes, we are going to be doing that on Facebook. So go ahead and follow Wishbeads on Facebook. We're there now, but then you'll see, just stay connected on Instagram, Facebook, and sign up on my website, and you'll see as we officially launch things. But that's precisely what's happening in 2020.
Good, because I'd love to keep in touch with people who were here and see what happened over the year and celebrate together.
Definitely. We can cheer each other on. Yay. All right. So thank you, Sherry. Have a wonderful month-long journey wherever you are heading.
Thank you.
Good luck to everybody as they play with this new experience, and as you ring in this new year with light and love and infinite possibility. And may all of your wishes come true, because you deserve it.
Bye, everybody. Thank you.
Bye. Enjoy the day.
Bye-bye.